and Now biscuits.
First Governance and Service Delivery Meeting, 7 Pacific Urban Forum ready to take place, and 200 million kina for players and staff residents. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Jonathan Sibona. Thank you for joining us. The Consultative Implementation and Monitoring Council officiated the first Governance and Service Delivery Sectoral Meeting for 2026 at the Lamana Hotel in Port Moresby.
The Governance and Service Delivery Sectoral Meeting held today brought together stakeholders from national government agencies, the private sector, development partners, and other organizations to discuss key issues relating to governance and service delivery across Papua New Guinea. The Senior Project Officer at CIMC, Gretel Matawan, provides a brief overview of the meeting.
The Governance and Service Delivery Sectoral Committee meeting 1 of 2026 is to gather all stakeholders from national agencies, private sector, CSOs, development partners, to get everyone together to discuss on issues relating to governance and service delivery or public service in PNG.
Matawan said the meeting also provides an opportunity for stakeholders to share information, discuss challenges, and work together to improve governance systems and service delivery to the people.
Looking to achieve is to get updates from respective national agencies that look after governance as well as overall governance in PNG plus public service delivery in PNG.
Meanwhile, the Director of National Economic and Fiscal Commission, Eric Kumasan, highlighted the Commission's assessment on the current distribution of expenditure in the country. Kumasan said the assessment reveals that 75% of responsibilities are handled at the national government level, while about 28% occurs at the sub-national level.
Financial arrangements right across all levels of government. When you see there are also national agencies also operating in the provinces, like education, police, health, and fire service. Some of those are national institutions. So we want to make sure that funds are properly and fairly distributed where the people are.
He said the assessment result indicates a high concentration of responsibilities at the national level and highlights the need for clearer functional roles and better delegation of funds to the sub-national governments to improve service delivery across the country. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, several key issues relating to governance and proper service delivery were identified during the meeting, including the need for stronger leadership and transparency to improve governance practices.
During the meeting, participants raised concerns regarding the distribution of grants and the effectiveness of service delivery at the district and local levels.
Advice to government on funds that should be transferred.
Stakeholders noted that clear processes and greater accountability are needed to ensure resources reach local communities and the funds are distributed fairly and used effectively. In addition, Independent Commission Against Corruption Deputy Executive Director Rosalia Boyd shared the organization's key role and the methods used to identify and mitigate corruption in Papua New Guinea.
The essential role of ICAC in preventing, exposing, and combating corruption across all levels of government. It goes beyond enforcement alone. It is about rebuilding and strengthening integrity within public systems and across society.
Boyd emphasized that ICAC requires cooperation from all sectors, including both the private and the public sector, to effectively carry out its mandate.
While the ICAC plays a central role in the fight against corruption, it cannot be achieved in isolation. It requires a whole-of-nation approach, supported by public bodies to cooperate fully with investigation, share information, and implement recommendations and reforms. The private sector to uphold ethical standards in procurement and commercial dealings. The citizenry to report wrongdoings, demand public accountability, and exercise civic vigilance.
She also highlighted the importance of maintaining ICAC's independence in order to properly investigate, expose, and address corruption cases in the country. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
The 7th Pacific Urban Forum is set to take place in Port Moresby from the 24th to the 26th of March 2026 at the APEC House. This forum will provide opportunity for cities in the Pacific to share experiences and work together for the betterment of their cities.
Speaking on how the forum can showcase Port Moresby City and the rest of Papua New Guinea's urban development was NCD Governor Powis Pakop.
Over the years, we have invested a lot, done a lot to build the capital city, lift it in all ways in infrastructure development and in the services that we offer in the city, health, education especially, but in other facilities of the city too. In entertainment and recreation. It's a major challenge that we have been undertaking in the city, but also an opportunity for us now with the 7th Pacific Urban Forum to showcase how we have been addressing it and delivering, the transformation in the area, especially converting settlement to survival.
With 300 delegates expected to attend the forum, Governor Pakop said it would be an opportunity for the participating countries to become part of the conversation and seek solutions for the challenges faced. Also noting that majority of Papua New Guineans are living in rural areas, the governor stated that the forum is an important platform to discuss urban agents.
This is an opportunity for us to highlight that if Papua New Guinea, we can defy the global trend that we maintain 90% or whatever, 80% of our people in the rural areas, that will be a great achievement. It will be an exceptional achievement. And the forum to discuss it is the Regional Urban Forum or the World Urban Forum. Globally, according to UN Habitat, by 2050, around that time, 70% of the people of the world will be urbanized. The future of the world is in the urban centers. It will be the economic hub, cultural hub, innovative hub, education hub, business hub. It will be where government and corporates and all the other stakeholders, they make it their home and then fan out to the rural areas.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Employees and contractors of the St. Barbara Simberi Gold Company observed the 2026 National Mine recently. This annual initiative is sanctioned by the Mineral Resource Authority to strengthen strong safety culture across Papua New Guinea's mining industry through awareness, training, and proactive risk.
Speaking at the opening ceremony, the Executive General Manager emphasized the importance of maintaining a strong safety culture and avoiding shortcut behaviors that may compromise established safety systems.
If you look back at the incidents that we've had here, the serious incidents, the people we've hurt, most of them occurred not because we didn't have safety systems. We have very good safety systems in terms of SOPs, GHAs, permits to work, the Take 3s. A lot of the incidents we had were behaviors where people bypass those systems. They were in a hurry, or they just chose not to use those systems.
As a result of multiple recordable injuries in previous years, Mr. McMahon said Simberi Gold Company's total recordable injury frequency rate was very high, reaching close to 4.0. However, he said with an improved safety performance, the company has seen the total recordable injury frequency rate dropping to below the improvement goal set for the 2026 financial year. This marks a clear sign that the company's Safety Always program and employee commitment were making a real difference.
And since we started that, our safety record has improved dramatically. It's how many injuries you have over a 12-month period. And we were near 4 at that time. Last year, we brought it as low as 0.26.
Throughout the week, employees participated in safety-focused activities, including workplace awareness sessions, emergency response drills, interdepartment games and competitions, and community school competitions. The company's Safety Always program has been instrumental in driving improved safety performance since its establishment, contributing to a significant reduction in recorded incidents. The program is an employee-led initiative focusing on behaviors that influence employees' safety activities at work. This Mine Safety Week ceremony also includes in honor of the fallen employees across the industry, followed by a flag raising and ribbon cutting to officially mark the commencement of the weekly national event. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
K92 Mining has successfully concluded the National Mining Safety Week, closing the week-long program with a well-attended ceremony recently.
This year's theme, Building and Sustaining an Effective Safety System and Culture, guided all activities, discussions and engagement throughout the week at K92 Mine. Throughout the week, members of K92 Mining senior leadership team attended department pre-start meetings, emphasizing visible leadership and demonstrating their commitment to a proactive, people-centered safety culture. As part of the closing ceremony, K92 Mining was honored to host Justin Olam, former professional rugby league player, and PNG International as a guest speaker. Drawing on his experience both on and off the field, Olam shared valuable insights and highlighted the importance of teamwork, accountability and respect. In closing the event, K92 Mining expressed its appreciation to all employees and contractors for their continued dedication to safety, reinforcing the importance of collective responsibility. Pakatambo, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break with more local stories. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja, yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves the chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
With money plus we're ready to go.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
Announcing the Skill-Rise School Competition 2026! With monthly prizes of GFI products, student project fees, and a major prize of 25,000 kina building project funding, you can make a difference! Here's how you can enter. Just buy any 1 kg medium grain or soft and sweet Scout rice and give your child a drop into the entry box provided in selected schools to win! Terms and conditions apply. Skill-Rise. And by you like it.
Woi, semakin apa si Arya?
Anti, bangka goksiu. David Loran. You think you passed it? Spots, it's in me.
You're watching National EMTV News. The Supreme Court today has dismissed the conviction appeal by 2 former soldiers who were jailed for more than 20 years respectively for the murder of a teenager back in 2015.
In July 2024, 2 soldiers, Kenneth Yangun and Jude Nidun, were convicted and sentenced by the National Court for killing of teenager late Jeremiah Yinu. Yangun from Southern Islands was sentenced to 20 years, while Nidun from Morobe received 25 years by Chief Justice Se Gibbs Salika at the National Court. It was back in July 2015 when the deceased and some East Sepik students were attending a cultural show at Coronation Primary School when Mr. Nidun and Yangun were among a group of soldiers who attacked the East Sepik students in retaliation following an earlier confrontation. The deceased was beaten up and sustained serious injuries and was in coma for 3 months before he passed away. The convicted former soldiers appealed for Supreme Court to review guilty verdict from the National Court. Justice Teresa Berrigan told Yangun and Nidung that the Supreme Court had considered their arguments in detail and had found that the National Court judge did not make any error in its verdict. Justice Berrigan further ordered both men to be transported back to Bomana, where they will complete their term. However, the judge concluded that they can still appeal against the sentence. Pakatambu on National EMTV News.
Kumul Consolidated Holdings Limited Chairman Moses Maladina has appeals living along the corridor from Yonki to Mount Hagen and extending to Tari to safeguard this critical power infrastructure, which plays a vital role in supplying electricity to the Highlands region.
During the commissioning of the 132 kV transmission line in Mount Hagen recently, Mr. Maladina urged all communities residing along the line to take responsibility for maintaining the service. He noted that approximately 4.5 million people live along the Highlands Highway where the transmission line passes.
Now you must look out him. And most of them major highway blow electricity. You may get one line that's all come now. before you get one blood line, that's all you got. That's all. Now this blood, another blood line, and transmission line, and you want big blood line, and carry big blood power, and you so power blood.
Mr. Maladina emphasized the importance of the 132 kV lines, stating that it would help prevent major issues with electricity supply along the corridor.
Okay, but I'm not take you through long, or people of Western Highlands too long. This station is stuff at Celtica. You must look out him. You all got the landowners, you all got the partner, you look out him this la. You look out him this la place. Power must stop. Government you walk him PNG. Also talk PNG connect the road. That's all government now must concentrate law PNG connect low power.
He also appealed to the people of Celtica substation to take initiative in safeguarding the properties installed there.
The important something you must look out into the project. The Western Highlands we are central place. All get the lines I can boom inside here. So we must look out in this place. Take you through hosting the project.
Mr. Maladina then thanked all the partners for KCH and the national government for their hard work in completing the high power project, which benefits the highlands and parts of Momase, which includes Morobe and Meding provinces. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
Inmates involved in the Boimo Prison Ministry have received musical instruments to help support their spiritual growth and worship activities.
The musical instrument set was handed directly to the Owen Gulf inmates, team leaders Peter Wagu and Dope Boas, before being returned and officially handed over to the CIS Combined Church. Boimo inmates expressed their gratitude, calling this support a prayer answered. They shared that music in prison helps heal their souls, strengthen their faith and bring hope, allowing them to worship, praise and honor God despite their circumstances. Its musical instrument set includes drum set, acoustic electric guitar with bag and amplifier, lead guitar, bass guitar, microphones with stands, electronic keyboard, speaker pole mount, wireless microphone and 8-channel sound mixer. Minister Peter delivered a heartfelt message to inmates at Boimo Correctional Institution, telling them never to lose hope, but they must have faith as worship and fellowship can heal, strengthen and guide them towards a better future. Minister Peter also delivered the instruments to Lutheran Bethel Parish at West Taraka and 4 Square Church at Najap and Wampa, recognizing the vital roles they play in one Gulf communities, noting that many provide spiritual guidance, health clinics, education and support to families and youths. He said churches are partners in community development, serving both spiritually and physically. Their work strengthens the people and the district. The initiative is fully funded by the Uon Gulf District Development Authority. A total of 10 full instrument sets have been procured. It's valued at 16,000 kina, with the remaining sets planned for distribution to churches across the 3 local level governments of Morobe, Salamawa and Wampa. Additional distributions will continue under the Uon Gulf District Development Authority program to support church ministries across the district. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Waya Rural LLG President Kugame Kawage was elected and sworn in as the interim chairman for the Kundiawa Gembok District Development Authority recently.
30 years ago, Dated PNG began with a vision to connect Papua New Guinea through technology.
Today, we celebrate 40 years of innovation, service, and partnership.
From humble beginnings to becoming a trusted leader in ICT, our journey has been powered by our people, our clients, and our community.
As we honor the past, we look forward to shaping the future together.
Happy 40th anniversary, Dated PNG.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Banking used to mean long trips, endless queues, and piles of paperwork. But now, BSP's one-talk wallet means no waits, no forms, no fuss. No BSP account needed. Just dial *131# to access your money wherever, whenever. Send, receive funds, withdraw cash at an ATM without a bank card, pay for school fees, and make top-up purchases safely and securely. BSP's one-talk wallet. Money made easy.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National EMTV News. The new board of directors for the Konebada Petroleum Park Holdings Limited, a subsidiary company of Konebada Petroleum Park Authority, were sworn in yesterday by Magistrate Billy Pidu and witnessed by the Minister responsible, Richard Maro.
The sworn-in members were Chairman Ambassador Joshua Kalino, together with his board members David Manau, Martin Combri, Vera Raga and Johnson Pundari. The Petroleum Park Holdings Limited was established to manage downstream of petroleum and gas industry development and was registered in June 2016 under the Companies Act 1997. Minister responsible for Konebada Petroleum Park Authority, Richard Maru, in his address to the Board of Directors outlined that the board's first assignment was to define the future of KPPA and its land. He challenged the Petroleum Park Holdings Limited new boards to bring a submission to the Cabinet in the coming weeks to inform them of the board's plans on the future of KPPA. Moreover, the Konedobu Petroleum Park Authority and its subsidiary company were established in the absence of a domestic market obligation, meaning they were established with the absence of reserved gas for domestic use. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Now moving to overseas news. European leaders have held emergency meetings to address the economic and military implications of the war in the Middle East.
NATO air defences have shot down another ballistic missile in Turkish airspace, the second in the past week. Iran's president says he's offered to conduct a joint investigation into the incident with Ankara. Despite attempts to remain neutral, Turkey now risks being dragged into the conflict.
Akabinde İran makamlarına
the first missile, we warned Iranian authorities. But I have to underline that despite our sincere warnings, provocative steps are being taken by Iran, which will jeopardize the friendship of Turkey.
Meanwhile, Europe is bolstering its defence of Cyprus, which is the first EU state to be directly attacked by Iranian drones. France is now deploying a dozen naval vessels to the region, including its aircraft carrier strike group.
Coming here to stand with you alongside the Prime Minister of Greece is a way of saying that when Cyprus is attacked, it is Europe that is attacked. And the defence of Cyprus is obviously a key issue for your country, for your neighbour, partner and friend Greece, but also for France, and with it, the European Union.
Thank you. G7 finance ministers held an emergency meeting as oil prices briefly surged past $115 a barrel yesterday. Some of the world's biggest economies say they're ready to implement necessary measures, but have stopped short of any immediate action.
We're not there yet. What we've agreed upon is to use any necessary tools, if need be, to stabilize the market, including the potential release of necessary stockpiles. The work is going to keep on being done in the next couple of days.
U.S. President Donald Trump, in an update on the war in Iran, claims that the mission is almost complete. He says more than 5,000 Iranian targets have been hit and that Iran's missile capability is down to around 10%.
Over the weekend, the United States military and the Israeli Defense Forces continued Operation Epic Fury very successfully. Over the past 9 days, we've carried out some of the most powerful and complex military strikes and maneuvers the world has ever seen. Now, you add that up to all of the other things, Midnight Hammer, getting rid of the nuclear threat from Iran, which was a big moment in history, in my opinion, and the great success we've had in Venezuela and all other places. Every place we've gone, we've had tremendous success. But while we're doing all of these things, we're achieving major strides toward completing our military objective. And some people could say they're pretty well complete. We've wiped every single force in Iran out very completely. Most of Iran's naval power has been sunk. It's on the bottom of the sea. It's almost 50 ships. I was just notified it's 51 ships. I didn't know they had that many. Didn't last very long. And these are fighting vessels. They're meant to fight, but they're not meant to fight against us. We continue to target Iran's drone and missile capabilities. Their drones are way down. Their drone manufacturing's been hit starting today. We know all of the places they manufacture the drones, and they're being hit one after another. Their missile capability is down to about 10%, maybe less. We're also hitting where they make missiles and where they deliver missiles. We've struck over 5,000 targets to date, some of them very major targets, and we've left some of the most important targets for later in case we need to do it. If we hit them, it's going to take many years for them to be rebuilt.
King Charles stated that the Commonwealth can be a force for good in a fractured world during an address at the annual Commonwealth Day service in London.
A public show of unity from a family under scrutiny. At Westminster Abbey, the royal party arrived against a backdrop of anti-monarchy protests, shouting, "Charles, Charles, what did you know?" Seeing demonstrators here is not new, but after the arrest of Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, the protests are noisy and noticeable. This image, slumped in the back of a car after a day of police questioning, has become symbolic of the pressure the royal family faces. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor remains under investigation by the Thames Valley Force. The Commonwealth Day service is the biggest gathering of the royal family since the arrest. A display of togetherness, putting on a positive face, but it remains a challenging time.
Today is a prime example of the royals' business as usual approach. Even in the heat of the Andrew controversy, continuing with royal duty has been the response. With a live, ongoing police investigation, the royal family's approach is unlikely to change for now.
Amongst the congregation were representatives of the 15 Commonwealth realms where the King is head of state. If in agreement, they have the power to remove Andrew Mountbatten Windsor from the line of succession. But today the focus was on the power of global unity, in what the King described in his Commonwealth message as a fractured world facing the pressures of conflict.
Australia has entered the war in the Middle East, with Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announcing that his government will provide military assistance to Gulf states hit by Iranian missile and drone attacks.
So there are two aspects to this. The first, as you said, is the Wedgetail. This is basically a reconnaissance aircraft that is capable of pretty impressive radar array. In other words, it can keep a very close eye on what's happening in the region. So if there is, for example, an Iranian asset, like a plane or potentially a missile coming towards the UAE, then this Wedgetail would be in a very good position to pick it up, warn the UAE that it's coming, and presumably alert them to try and shoot it down. It's also probably got the capability to have a good look at what other forces might be arrayed in the region. So if there were, for example, Iranian troops gathering somewhere, then it would be able to keep an eye on them as well. And it's also used to basically coordinate a response. So if there was a need to, in very quick time, coordinate a military response to an Iranian threat, drawing on troops from a number of countries or planes from a number of countries, then the Wedgetail could do that as well. Then there's also the air-to-air missiles, which, as you mentioned, are basically, we think anyway, a variant of these missiles which are very expensive, very lethal, which can be loaded onto planes and that can be used to intercept things like incoming Iranian missiles or drones potentially launched from Iran. So this is what the PM has announced so far. The Prime Minister is calling purely, quote, defensive in nature, stressing Australia isn't going to be sending troops into Iran itself. Let's take a listen to what the Prime Minister had to say.
The first priority of my government is and always will be to keep Australians safe. There are around 115,000 Australians in the Middle East, around 24,000 of those in the UAE. Helping Australians means also helping the UAE and other Gulf nations to defend themselves against what are unprovoked attacks.
Economic destabilization in Europe, intensified by high energy costs, geopolitical crisis, inflationary pressures, is challenging the continent's efforts to cut energy ties with Russia.
Moscow has been largely shunned due to the war in Ukraine. President Vladimir Putin says Russia is ready to work with Europe.
If European companies and European buyers suddenly decide to reorient themselves and provide us with long-term, sustainable cooperation, free from political pressures, then yes, of course. We've never refused. We're ready to work with Europeans too, but we need some signals from them that they're ready and willing to work with us and will ensure this stability and resilience.
Meanwhile, in Iran, thousands of people have rallied in support of their new supreme leader, despite continued Israeli and US attacks. Mojtaba Khamenei hasn't emerged publicly since being appointed as his late father's successor, but he's already facing threats.
The new leader, unfortunately, is more of the same. Same ideology, same radical ideas, and if, anyone who will promote those radical ideas against us, we will target them, we will find them.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Banking used to mean long trips, endless queues, and piles of paperwork. But now, BSP's One Talk Wallet means no waits, no forms, no fuss. No BSP account needed. Just dial *131# to access your money wherever, whenever. Send, receive funds, withdraw cash at an ATM without a bank card, pay for school fees, and make top-up purchases safely and securely. BSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy.
Hoy, maganda pa si Arya!
Auntie, bangka goksim. David Loran. You think you passed it? Spots, it's in me.
Let's sing the Skill Rise School Competition 2026 with monthly prizes of GFI products, student project fees, and a major prize of 25,000 Kina building project funding. You can make a difference. Here's how you can enter. Just buy any 1 kg medium grain or soft and sweet Scout rice and give your child a drop into the entry box provided in selected schools to win. Terms and conditions apply. Scout Rice, and by you like it.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 Kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 Kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
I'm Martha. Join me every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for Goodman Fielder International Sky Time. The cooking show where we inspire you to create simple and delicious meals using ingredients available near you. Plus, we have talented chefs and cooks joining us throughout the year, sharing their own delicious creations. Remember, that's every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Tukai Sports.
Welcome to Tukai Sports. Papua New Guinea chiefs, in partnership with the Constantino Group of Companies, have commenced the building of a 200 million Kina players and staff residence inside Hideaway Hotel at 7 Mile in Port Moresby.
The groundbreaking was done today at Airways Hotel and Residence in 7 Mile, Port Moresby, by PNG Chiefs Chief Executive Officer Lona McPherson, Constantino Group Chairman George Constantino, and Minister for Sports Kino Kafeo. Constantino says the residence will cost about 200 million, depending on how the construction of the facility goes, as they look forward to housing the team.
I'm particularly delighted that the PNG Chiefs have decided to make Airways Hotel and Residences their long-term home in Papua New Guinea.
The facility will be built at a cost of about 200 million Kina, housing 80 units.
It will comprise of 80 internationally designed units of 1, 2 and 3 bedroom apartments built to international standards. Of the 80 units, 67 will be used by the PNG Chief players, management and families.
McPherson stressed that the resident quarters is designed specifically to suit the needs of the PNG Chiefs players, staff and their families.
Well to that, our players and their families will have access to the full suite of Airways facilities, which is fantastic. They've got the most fabulous gym, pools, we've got medical services here as well, barbers and cafes and much, much more. And they'll also enjoy access to Lalawata, which gives our family a world-class environment for rest, for recovery, and also really to connect.
She says the facility will be built in a way that gives the players and staff a beautiful PNG experience on and off the field.
Because we need them to perform their best on the field, but we also want them to have a lovely environment off the field as well. And that's a win-win for everybody.
The facility will be completed in November 2027 ahead of PNG entering the NRL competition. Speaking on behalf of the government, Minister Feo says the development is to ensure the government's support of PNG Chiefs, players and staff on and off the field. Says it is a part of the broader preparation that is currently underway.
This project also forms part of the broader preparations underway to ensure Port Moresby is ready to welcome the PNG Chiefs and the many supporters, visitors and international attention that will come with our entry into the National Rugby League.
Charlie Dumavi, Chukai Sports.
PNG Chief CEO Lorna McPherson says the facility that will host the players and staff is not a compound built to lock up the players, following commentaries of how players will be treated in Port Moresby.
McPherson says the facility is not built to keep the players in a confinement, but to provide the best experience. She says to get the best out of the players on the field of play, all players and staff and their families deserve a better treatment.
It's a village that we are building. It is not a compound where you're under a lock and key and if everybody knows it's here. Certainly that's not the case. So it's a village that we're building. I think it's a fantastic environment. But yeah, it's been interesting reading some comments about when people haven't been to Papua New Guinea, what they don't know about Papua New Guinea and they don't understand about Papua New Guinea sometimes gets blown out of proportion. So for me it's exciting. I think any player would want to stay here. I certainly would.
She further stated that PNG Chiefs is a community team that belongs to the people and it is centered around communities.
And it also builds around the values that matter most outside of football, which is community, stability and belonging. And we want our team to feel that.
National Capital District has its own law and order issues. However, having the backing of both Australia and Papua New Guinea government, Sports Minister Kinoka Feo says NCD Governor Poes Pakop is already at work to better the city.
Important work is already being undertaken across the city, of course by Honorable Poes Pakop, Governor for NCD, and Honorable Justin Tachenko, Minister for Foreign Affairs, alongside many other partners, helping prepare our capital city for this historic opportunity.
Charlie Dumavi, Chukai Sports.
Chukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports.
Some days feel grey until someone brings back your smile. Happiness, sometimes all it takes is a bite or a scoop.
Late again?
And sometimes it's waiting in the freezer just for you.
Share the love, share the happiness in every moment with Gala.
Gala Yum.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Why? Makin papa si Arya.
Auntie, come back with him.
David Loran.
You passed it.
Sparks. It's in me.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Sport is more than just a game. It's passion, it's pride, it's community. Every week we bring you highlights, the heat and the heart of the game. Big plays, big personalities and big moments. If it's making headlines and it's making history, it's on Sports Scene. Thursdays at 7 p.m. on your #1 to watch, EMTV.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right? All right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
You're watching Trukai Sports. The Borco Motors Isuzu T20 Smash Championship is anticipating to expose PNG's emerging and elite cricket talents. Cricket Papua New Guinea is set to host the event from the Thursday 9th of March to Sunday the 29th, 2026 at Amini Park in Port Moresby.
Recognized as one of the premier domestic cricket tournaments in Papua New Guinea, the competition draws talented players from across the southern, islands, highlands and Mamase regions of the country, providing a high-performance platforms for athletes to compete, develop and showcase their skills. Players selected from across the country will be placed into 4 franchise teams, Mudmen, Kasuaris, Marinas and Black Bears, competing in both the men's and the women's competitions. The tournament also plays a significant role in player development, giving athletes the opportunity to apply the skills they have learned in the trainings in a competitive match environment while gaining valuable experience on the field. Cricket PNG High Performance coach Tim McCaskill says the tournament is also an important opportunity for selectors and coaches to monitor emerging talent. He says the tournament will also provide valuable exposure for 8 players from the PNG Under-19 CLS training squad who will take part in the competition as part of their preparation for their international competition. Charlie Dumavi, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Why? Maganda pa si Arya!
Auntie, come back with you.
David Loran.
Looking you past there.
Sports. It's in me.
Banking used to mean long trips, endless queues, and piles of paperwork. But now, BSP's one-talk wallet means no waits, no forms, no fuss. No BSP account needed. Just dial *131# to access your money wherever, whenever. Send, receive funds, withdraw cash at an ATM without a bank card, pay for school fees, and make top-up purchases safely and securely. BSP's one-talk wallet. Money made easy.
to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Money Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours in the southern region: Port Moresby City, mostly fine with partly cloudy. Darrow, partly cloudy with possible rain showers and thunderstorms. Kerama, partly cloudy with chances of light showers. Alotau, partly cloudy with chances of light showers. And Popondetta, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. In the Momose region, Lae City, cloudy periods with chances of few rain showers. Medang, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Vivek, mostly cloudy with possible rain showers and thunderstorms. And Vanimo, mostly cloudy with possible rain showers and thunderstorms. In the NGI region, Lorengau, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kavieng, partly cloudy with possible few showers. Kokopo and Rabaul, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Kimbe, mostly cloudy with some rain showers. And Buka, mostly cloudy with rain and rain showers. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Bans and Kundiawa, cloudy with few rain showers. And Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Tuesday, the 10th of March, 2026. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.